Hi everyone, today's video is going to be a little different. Normally you only hear about bad experiences online, and I had a lengthy wait for this car. Some people that I've read about have had not the best experience from their dealers, not really giving them information, not keeping them updated, some being charged for things they shouldn't. My dealer that I bought this from were absolutely spot on throughout the entire process. I placed the order back in September last year, September 2016. I believed at the time that I placed the order I was going to have to wait 12, maybe even 14 months. That was kind of the lead time around that time that people were experiencing taking delivery of their cars after that length of time. Ended up being 7.5, but 7.5 months is still a long time. And throughout that entire process, I actually went through 4 salesmen, but each one catered for my every whim. I was quite specific in what I wanted with the car because I intend to keep this for a very long time, hoping for 10 years, and so far, after 1,429 miles and 2 weeks, I still think that's the plan. I can see myself being very happy in this car for a very long time. But because I wanted to keep it for a long time, I wanted to keep it as original as possible and keep all of the history and so on. So things like when the car arrived at the dealership, I wanted to go and see it while it still had everything on. I made a video about that, which was 7 days before I took delivery, and they couldn't have been any more accommodating. Throughout the entire process, they printed off the screen updates as the status of the car moved from just an ETA build date right through to segmentation, and then the actual build, and then its location as it went through Flushing, across to Dagenham, and then ultimately down to the dealer. So they printed off all of those, so I've got all of those in a file. And my request after I'd seen the car after delivery was that they kept absolutely everything for me as they took it off the car. And I only went through it yesterday for the first time, all of the things that they left in the boot for me, because I just kind of took it out when I got home that first day because I wanted to get out and drive it. But I laid it all out yesterday to have a look, and yeah, they kept everything for me, every sticker, every bag. They didn't tear anything. They really went over the top, which I'm really happy about in terms of keeping everything. So I've got everything there, and whilst there's no point in doing it, at some point in the future I might completely dress my car up like a brand new car again. Pointless exercise, but it's nice to know that I could put all of the covers back on the seats and just kind of make it like day one again. So they kept all of that. They just really, from start to end, A1. Can't say that strongly enough. The people that I dealt with, Jack, Chris, Richard, Lewis, and yesterday Harvey, couldn't have been nicer. They listened, they catered for what I asked for, and yes, the whole process, the whole experience couldn't have been any better. There is one tiny negative, but it is a tiny one, and it's an example of just how good they were when this is the only bad thing that I could find, and that is that I asked them not to fit the centre caps as part of the PDI. I've learned that the correct way to fit the centre caps is to have them properly lined up so that the Ford logo is in line with the RS logo on the rim of the wheel. And the PDI chap didn't fit them. But when it got to the valeters who cleaned it prior to me taking delivery, they saw them not in the bag, thought, oh, they forgot that at the PDI, and they popped them in. When I went to see the car just before I took delivery, the day before, you can see that the caps are all in there, they're not properly aligned. So I did point that out. I didn't have that much of a problem with it, if I'm honest. I would have been happy to take the wheels off and pop them out myself. But they sorted that out for me. So they put it in the workshop, took the wheels off, popped the centre caps out, and then delivered it to me as I asked, with the centre caps out. That is the only negative that I could find in the dealership experience. Petty, but that just shows how good they were. I have one minor problem with the car. And it's nothing to do with how it goes. The minor problem that I have is down there. It's this trim piece around the gear lever. I never spotted it when I saw it a couple of times before I took delivery, and actually sitting in the driver's seat here, you can't really see it, but it doesn't fit flushly. I went to see them yesterday because they didn't open up the document pack that was in the Ford Performance folder that you get with the car. The PDI stamp wasn't in the book because that book was still sealed in the plastic bag. So I went over there yesterday to see Chris and Richard, because I'd spoken to them many times on the phone, but never actually met them. So I thought, well, I'll go and meet them just to say thank you for the service, to get the PDI stamped into the service book, and also to have them have a look at that. And Harvey had a look at it for me, and he said that one of the lugs underneath is bent or something like that. Pretty simple fix. Do it properly, needs another part, so they're going to take care of that under warranty for me. So apart from that, as with the dealership experience, the car is difficult to fault. So yeah, if you're in the market for one of these, I know they have some in stock. I think you can still place an order for a new one. And if you want to do that, I highly recommend you give Dinnages Ford of Brighton a call, because if they look after you anything like they looked after me, you will have a very, very pleasant experience and great service. So I'm still learning the car, having only ever been in front driven cars. It's taken quite a bit of getting used to. It does behave very, very differently, but it's all in a good way. I'll be making a video on my thoughts shortly, and also I'm going to be hooking up with a friend soon who's got an M135i. And I'll have a comparison video with the M135i. Also have a friend with a nice standard Fiesta ST, so I'm going to get some time with him. Hopefully he'll let me have a drive of that. Also have a friend with an M2, so hoping to get some time with them. And then a little bit later in the year, someone with an immaculate standard Mark II Focus RS. So I'm really looking forward to getting this and that car side by side, and actually getting to go in one. I've never ever been in a Mark II Focus RS, so that's going to be quite an experience. So there's plenty more to come, more videos soon. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on. Leave any comments or questions below the video. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. I'll see you soon.